Tyler Warren, Penn State. Tight end, 6'5.5", 256 pounds, 9.5-inch hands. He's 22 years old, so I don't know if my math was right. Right now, today, my brain is only kind of half here.
Mid to late 30s.
Yep. So he didn't do any of the stuff at the combine. Last year at Penn State, he had a monster season. In 16 games, he had 104 receptions, 1,233 yards receiving, and 8 touchdowns. He also had 26 rushing attempts, 218 yards, and 4 more touchdowns. He did that on 135 targets. He only had 3 drops for a 2.8% drop rate, and he had 693 yards after the catch. So very impressive guy all around.
Yeah, impressive is a really good word to use for Tyler Warren. Him and Colston Loveland came out like neck and neck for me. I can go either way for these tight ends because they both have a really good, clear path of fantasy success, and they are the clear two. I will say this tight end class was a little bit more disappointing than when I heard. There's about 5 guys overall I like that I kind of want. Tyler Warren, Colston Loveland are first round prospects for me in Superflex tight end premium leagues or just tight end premium leagues. The rest of the guys I probably want to grab in, like, if it's tight end premium, maybe late second, high third.
I think there's some guys that are in that range.
Yeah,
for sure.
in that range right around there. I want the NFL draft to really solidify that. You know, definitely get some second round pedigree there. But Tyler Warren's a really nice, impressive. I mean, he's not just a tight end. I mean, this guy's like an offensive ecosystem, right? Like, he does it all. And we saw that.
H-back, slot,
yes,
out wide. He even was wildcat quarterback at times.
Yes.
Everything, right?
Very impressive on his usage. Won the Mackey Award for the best tight end in college football. Was a top 10 in the Heisman finalists, which is impressive. Rewrote the history books for Penn State there at the tight end position,
which is a great school for tight ends.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, his tape is just a do-it-all like masterclass. Like he's a nightmare against tight ends or linebackers. I apologize there. So like, I mean,
against other tight ends.
Yeah, that's right. He'll beat him one-on-one.
Leonard Fournette, get out of the way. So even like at Wild, I mean, he had 4 rushing touchdowns, had a passing touchdowns. I thought he got the snap really well. His early quickness to beat the linebackers underneath.
Speaking of snap, I saw him snap the ball once. Also, did you guys see that one?
I don't recall that one.
That was a weird one.
Snap the ball?
He snapped the ball. Yeah, there was like they did a
I was thinking like over his knee. Like I was like,
no, he did like a shotgun snap.
Gotcha. Okay, yes.
It was a very odd formation.
Yes, I know what you're talking about now. I was like, was it a touchdown celebration or what?
That'd have been great.
Yeah,
snap a ball over.
I saw Lan Larison today. They snapped the ball to the quarterback and he like jumped out real quick and grabbed the snap and then ran. That was pretty sweet. But anyways, Tyler Warren, his hips are really nice. I mean, he gets in and out of his breaks really smooth too. So he's nice there. You watch him against USC, he'll split out wide. He juked a corner on a slant and then stiffed arm to safety for a touchdown. Pretty sexy. His ball skills, elite. Catches everything. And what really, being the tight end slut I am, that really got me, you could say,
feeling slutty,
aroused, was, dude, when this guy runs a seam route against linebackers, it's a thing of beauty. Because to me, he's almost unstoppable there. Like, he's able to stack the linebacker really nice, and the quarterback's good enough, and they can place the ball on him. He's very good over the shoulder catches there, putting on in numbers, like really good. He'll shrug off these linebackers pretty well, pretty easily. I mean, I saw many games where he was able to track the ball in the air. What else do I have that I love? That's pretty much like he's a mauler, right? That's what he is. He's not a burner, so he's not going to get a ton of separations at the next level. I saw some physical like coverage against him. At times, could throw him off. Not too much. He's a big guy.
The same thing, yeah. Like if a dude's draped all over him, I mean, he'll drop those kind of contested catches, but he makes most of the normal ones.
So for me, I mean, overall. And going to this note with this real strong feeling, Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland are probably going to be top 25 picks in the NFL draft.
Easily.
I feel really good about Tyler Warren and where he comes from. I know you compared him to a little bit more of George Kittle, which I thought was a really good comp. George Kittle, rookie season, Sam Laporta, that kind of caliber tight end.
Yeah.
Him as a number 2 weapon in an offense is going to be a really nice weapon to have. He's going to be a PPR. Him and Loveland are both going to be really nice PPR tight ends. Over the last couple of years, we've been blessed to have a couple tight ends that we really like. Most of them kind of panned out, and I think we have 2 coming in this year that are ready to enter that echelon to try and fight to be that one of those top 5 guys. Because even though they keep coming in, we're having a hard time nailing these guys to the floor of being consistently elite. We'll see if Laporta could bounce back this year. Yeah. But Tyler Warren has all the makings of a very nice, and he's well-rounded. Where Colston Loveland's a big receiver, Tyler Warren's just a well-rounded tight end where you actually have him play in line and block if you need him to.
I agree that he can play anywhere. I mean, he's shown that. I think the one thing that I will add that you didn't really talk about, I think, is with him with the ball in his hand, he's a tough guy to take down. You know what I mean? He's very you kind of alluded to it, but he is like a wrecking ball when he gets the ball in his hand. So I do want to add that, but I don't have much to add other than that because you nailed it. I think the evaluation is dead on right there.
And I saw Lance Zierlin's comp. I thought it was actually probably one of the better comps too. Jeremy Shockey.
Yeah, I could totally see Jeremy Shockey.
That's a really good. He has a little bit of that dog. I mean, obviously
he's got the attitude of it.
Yeah, Shockey was like a dog.
Yeah,
but like Tyler Warren kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
I agreed with that.
Well, and the thing that's nice about him too is it's not just he's a really good tight end. When you look at nationally how scouts are evaluating this class, he is constantly put into that like blue chip group. Like here's the elite players regardless of position. And like, Ashton Genty tends to be in there, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, like those guys are kind of all in this, like they're elite regardless of position. Like they are blue chip players. Tyler Warren is almost always being included into that group.
And Loveland.
And Loveland as well. So I think that's something else that's kind of nice is it's not just like, hey, it's there's a lot of guys that are just this class, but these guys are better than those guys. No, like these guys are good, period, like in this draft class. So they're going to be taken very highly. I hope Tyler Warren goes to a place where they can be creative with him and they're going to use him in a lot of different ways because if he's just used as a traditional tight end, that's fine. And he'll still be very good at that and he'll do well, but it would be removing part of what makes him so special.
Yeah. He's a chess piece out there. He's the ultimate chess piece. Cause you can line him up literally anywhere, out wide, in the slot, in the backfield. I mean, he did a lot of H-back type of stuff as well. Like if he lands with a creative offensive coordinator, I agree. That's the perfect kind of situation.
It's almost disappointing, and they ended up signing Evan Ingram already and whatnot because they knew that this guy would be gone. But I would love to see him in Sean Payton's offense. Had they been picking at 8 or something like that instead of at 20,
so he wouldn't have gotten there even if they didn't sign Ingram.
And that was
right. But that's what I'm saying. If they were picking at 8 or instead of 20 or something like that, I would have loved to have seen him.
I've seen a lot of mocks for him going to Chicago. Like lately,
that would be an interesting one. I see how Ben Johnson uses it.
I wouldn't love that though because there's just so many other weapons.
There are so many. I want them to take a running back. Like I would love to see a running back there.
Trevion Henderson.
Whoa, that would help your prediction come true. That's for sure.
Yeah, because I'd be right.
So the only like somewhat knock I had to be like kind of nitpicky because he's so freaking good. Like route running is just okay.
Yeah, you're right. I saw him get schemed open quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that is kind of a little bit of an issue, but I don't think it's something that he couldn't overcome.
No, not at all. Like I think, and I'll get to Loveland in the next episode, so make sure you listen to that and kind of comparing and contrasting them. I'll save that for there. But yeah, that is the only thing really that I'm like, if you're looking at him from the true receiver perspective. Sure. There's a little bit of nuance that he just doesn't have, but it's more of his style of play where he's not going to be as refined. He's more of that heavy metal more than that smooth jazz.
Yeah, we'll get into that when we talk about Colston Loveland. Kind of, it is those two, and to me, it's neck and neck. I would have no argument.
It's very close.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I had something to say, and then I lost it. So